Hi, and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. I'm Nikki Kirk, aka Your Selling Guide, and I've been selling on Amazon for coming on 8 years now. It's literally the longest job I've ever had, and I absolutely love it. Have no intention of stopping anytime soon. In fact, in 2024, my intention is only to grow my Amazon business. So if you are new to my channel and you find this video helpful, will you please do me a solid favor and hit subscribe? It really means a lot to me. I have this crazy goal that I want to hit that 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, just for no other reason than I think it would be cool. So if this video or any of my videos have been helpful to you and you're not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do that. In today's video, we are doing a very back to basics, how to find if a product is good or not for retail arbitrage for Amazon. So this goes for online arbitrage too. You would just be doing the research from your laptop or whatever. You wouldn't have the product physically in front of you like at retail arbitrage, but it's the same practice. So we're gonna go over what everything I do and how I know if a product is good or not for selling on Amazon. If you're a new Amazon seller, or if you're just thinking about getting started and you want more direct help from me, I do have a beginner FBA selling course. So it's just beginnerfba.com, and it covers all the different aspects. It covers this, as well as how to do your FBA shipments, how to do FBM shipments, how to do online arbitrage, how to use Keepa. So much information. It basically will take you through your first 6 months of selling and beyond, because it comes with a Facebook group of sellers where you can ask any questions. I'm in there every day. It's the first group I go into, and I make sure all questions are answered throughout the day. So if you have any questions on your journey, you're welcome to hop into that group. But that course is being updated this spring. So if you want to get started now, you'll have the existing course and you get any future updates. So you'll get this spring update, which is going to be all new for 2024 for the same cost that you're getting it right now. There's no additional cost. And then when any future updates come down the line, you have access to those as well. So check it out if you're new and you want more help from me, beginnerfba.com. Okay, so the first thing I want to touch on is the scanning apps. So there's basically 3 popular ones that I know of anyways. There's a lot of them out there, but there's 3 popular ones. So there's the Amazon app, which literally is all you need. You don't need any of the other paid ones unless you want to get them. But if you're just starting, the Amazon app is more than helpful enough. And that's what I'll be showing in this video. But there's also apps like Scoutify 2. It's technically called Scoutify 2. It's from Inventory Lab. Inventory Lab is a software that helps you do your FBA shipments. You can track expenses and all that kind of stuff. So it's a software. It's an additional monthly cost, or you can do it annually, but it comes with a free scanning app, Scoutify. I do use Scoutify in store now. I use the Amazon app to scan stuff, and then if I think it makes a profit, I'll get into this in a little bit, but if I think it makes a profit and I want to add it to my buy list, then I go ahead and I use Scoutify and enter it, and then the buy list that will then load into Inventory Lab, so that when I create my shipments for FBA, everything's already there for me. I don't have to then enter it when I get home. So that's Scoutify. And then there's also Seller Amp. I don't use it to scan in store, but I am using Seller Amp for online arbitrage, because it has this way where you can, if you analyze the product and you like it, then you can add it to a Google spreadsheet, which is super helpful, so then you can track it. So anyways, those are the 3 apps. Again, you only need the Amazon Seller app, which is free with your selling account. So you don't need any of these paid ones when you're starting, but if you want to branch out into softwares, there are some other paid apps out there. So the Amazon Seller app has been perfectly fine for me my whole 7.5 years that I've been selling, except for this last couple of months. I can't remember when it was. I think it was in Q4. In October or November, they updated the app, which they almost never do, but they updated the app, and the revenue calculator, where we used to be able to see profits super easy, is now super complicated and dumb. So because of that, when I scan something and I think it makes a profit, I now use Scoutify. I never used Scoutify before that, because again, I was just fine with the Amazon app. So I'm going to show you only the Amazon app in this, and as I'm showing you, I'll tell you where the clunky parts are, and you'll see it in live, but that's why I now use Scoutify, just to cover that. But Amazon app, perfectly fine. The other software that you don't technically need, but I would argue that you absolutely need, is Keepa. You need the paid version of Keepa. So Keepa is going to tell you so much information about a product, and you're going to see how and why I use it and everything it can do in this video as I'm getting into the scanning, which I will get into right now. So I have, I think, 5 different products that I'll be walking you through my thinking and kind of what went wrong with them, because some of them are returns, some are bad buys, but we are going to go through and analyze why a product would be good or not for Amazon. Okay, so the first product we're going to look at is this King Charles tea that I've got from Marshalls. So, let me go ahead and scan it in my Amazon app. Now this one, first thing to note, it didn't come up with the barcode scan. I actually scanned the front of it, like I was, scan the packaging like you're taking a photo. There's 2 different ways to scan, or you can even enter in, which we'll do that in a little bit, typing in. But it didn't come up with the UPC scan, it came up with a photo scan. And when it came up with the photo scan, now right now the rank is high, but I'm assuming when I bought it, which was summer last year, I'm assuming when I bought it that it was a better rank, because I don't think I would have bought it at 300. Actually, I know I wouldn't have bought it at 300,000 rank in grocery. So that's thing number 1. Newbie mistake number 1 is you don't notice the rank. There might not be a rank, or the rank is really high. I do have a free rank guideline. So when you sign up for my email list, it gets sent over to you right away. It's a free rank guideline for new sellers. It's the comfortable ranks, like the highest rank you should go up to in certain categories. It's all the main categories. That way, the reason for this beginner rank is so that you know, like if it has a rank within this thing, so I think grocery is up to 100,000, maybe it's 95,000. But if you buy a grocery item that's 1, which is the best rank, to 95,000, you can know that that item is gonna sell. This 300,000 rank in grocery, I would never buy, because that rank is not going to sell at all. So it's just gonna sit there for a very, very long time, and I want my stuff to sell within 1 to 3 months. That's what my ideal is. I don't need to flip it fast. I don't need to drop the price by a penny and hope that I win the sell. No, I want to make the profit I want to make, because I want to make money doing this. But I'm fine leaving it there for up to 3 months, and it will eventually sell when you know those ranks. So the new seller ranks are to make sure that you're buying stuff that's going to sell relatively quickly, so that you can see that this is working, right? Now, these rank guidelines are not what I personally go off anymore. The clothing, the baby, the pets, and the grocery still are, but the other categories, I've branched out and I've gone into the higher ranks. I test things out. I see if I'm going to be comfortable with it. So that's the difference in how I sell now with my rank guidelines, my internal ones. Like, I just know the ranks I'm comfortable with in the categories, and you will too the more you do it. But for when new sellers, I give you these guidelines as the helpful, no-brainers. Don't have to think about it. Don't have to do more research. If it's in these rank guidelines, then it's going to be a good seller. So that rank guideline, again, is free when you sign up for my newsletter. The link is below. I'll put it on my screen right now for those of you watching on TV. And yeah, okay, so that's the first thing to notice. Like, if I'm scanning this in store right now, 300,000, nope, putting it back on the shelf and moving on. However, when I bought it, the rank was probably good because I did buy it. But then when I got it home, here's something I didn't notice. So you see here where it says English breakfast tea with 40 refill packs? That's what I didn't notice till I got home and had started to list it. So then I was like, well, shoot, this is just the tin. And there are things that would have showed me if I would have paid more attention in the store, because when I go down to these features and details, you can see it has the collector's tin, it has the tea bags that are in it, which is 40, and then it has extra 40. So these are all red flags to me in the store that I should have not bought it. But what happened when I got it home, I realized that it had those extra bags. And so I went ahead and was like, okay, I added it to my sourcing list. My sourcing list is things I'm replanning, things from the Bolo group. I have a list. So I had my list. Okay, find 40 English tea bags that I could add to this. I never ended up finding them. The 30 days for Marshall's return had passed, and now I'm stuck with these, which I think I listed on eBay, hoping they'll sell. Can't remember. Now, could I have listed it and been like, oh, they probably won't notice? Probably, but that's just a risk that I personally am not going to take in my business. I'm not going to sell expired goods. I'm not going to sell any questionable things that would lead the customer to be unhappy, because one, I don't want to return. This grocery item will not actually get returned. If the customer returns it, they just get their money back, and then I'm out the money of the thing plus the money of the sale and Amazon fees and all that. So why would I risk and spend more money and waste money in my business I want to sell what the product actually is, which is why when I saw that it wasn't right, I was going to make it right. And so I pulled it from my shipment. The second reason I would never do this with my business is because I don't want bad feedback. If you don't send the customer what they're expecting and they write you a bad feedback, that feedback is going to affect your buy box eligibility, your account health as an Amazon seller. It's not worth it. So anytime you get bad feedback, always auto request for it to be removed. But if you didn't sell the right product, that's on you as the seller. So they're probably not going to remove it. And now you have bad feedback. Again, not something I'm willing to take a risk on in my business. So just to touch on the ranks again for grocery, what I would be comfortable with, if it was a seasonal item, this is not a seasonal item, so Easter's coming up. If it was an Easter item in the grocery category that had 200,000 sales rank right now in grocery, I would go to Keepa to see what the sales rank was last year around this time, around Easter, and see if it sold well. Because 200,000 will only get better as the holiday comes and the stuff is selling, right? But if it's not seasonal, this is not seasonal, that rank, I am not okay with it being that high because it's just not going to sell. And I don't want to buy inventory and sit on it and it's not going to sell. So let's head into Keepa. I'm going to look up this item and show you in store how you can use Keepa to see the rank history. Okay, so here at the top, you can see it's got the pink is the buy box. It's like, just tracking the price of the buy box. And then we've got the rank is the green. So I have it already on 1 year. So you can see that probably when I bought it, probably around May, it was under 100,000 in grocery, which is probably why I bought it. But you can see since the rank, it's these dips that are going up and down like that. That's basically meaning one sold, so the rank got better, but then it didn't sell. So just quickly glancing at this chart, it's selling maybe once or twice a month with all the different sellers on it. Again, I break this down in my rank guidelines, which tells you like how to know how many to buy and all that stuff. But anyways, just as a very basic, like that's what those dips are telling me. So I wouldn't think this wouldn't be something that I would buy looking at it because I don't even know why it had a good rank in May. Maybe it was a lower price. Let's see how we can see that. So if you click on Keepa the graph from your phone, I got to turn my phone sideways now. You can see the three graphs the same as you will on the desktop. So the first graph is the rank. The second graph is the rank again, and you can see the dips. It's like basically almost like clockwork, like every 2 weeks. And then this third one is the offer count. So if I click on it, you can see there's one offer, two offers, two offers. There's not a lot of offers on this item. And then if you flip your phone back, hit the back button, and now you get back to Keepa. So I can see the price history here as the blue line and that one line. So you can see it's usually, it'll go up to $30 back in May, probably when I bought it. And then currently it's like anywhere $25 to $20. You can see that on those ones. This one's like a little bit of a broken Keepa graph because the lines disappear on some. But that's just like how you use Keepa to see the rank history. Again, you have to have the paid version to be able to see the rank history like that. And that's something you really need to see when you're analyzing a product. Now, just to show you if it will make a profit or not using the Amazon app. So you click into the top screen where it's $19.99 and you see the revenue calculator there. Now on this one, it's filled at $19.99, but on some products, it doesn't fill it there. It says $1, and I have another one that it should do that for me on. And that's why this is annoying, because you have to then go back. If you don't remember, it's a whole thing. But anyways, so cost of purchase is where I'm going to put it. So this was $4.99. And now you can see I would be making $7.88 profit on it, which is good. I mean, that's over, my minimum is $5, so that's over 100% ROI, because I've spent $5 and I'm going to make $7.88, almost $8, which is rough math, 150% ROI. That's probably, I just did that on top of my head. I don't know. It's probably, anyways, it's really good ROI. It's over $5, but the rank guideline doesn't meet my grocery guidelines, so I would not be buying this product, even though I did, and now I have to figure out what to do with it. Okay, my next product. This is a insole that I got from the Walmart clearance aisle. So this insole Anytime you get something from the Walmart clearance aisle, just know that it is on clearance most likely at all the Walmarts nationwide. And so what happens is any sellers can find it, they do, and then unfortunately they start to tank the price on it. This happens almost 100% across the boards with toys at Walmart. So this item, the insole, it was like going for $120 when I bought it. I bought it for like $60, which is kind of a lot of money to spend, right? That's a lot of money to spend on one item. So they are now, you'll see how much they've dropped since then. I got a lot of returns on them also. So some sold and stayed and some got returned. And so that's annoying. But yeah, so just know that the more widely something is available, if you can go get something at Walmart, and so can every other seller. If you can go get something at Ollie's, so can every other seller. TJ Maxx is a little bit better, but still stuff will tend to tank there as well. Anytime you can get stuff from a local store, a local discount store, the odds of it tanking are a lot less because it's not widely available. So that's something to know as you're sourcing. The more widely available it is, the more likely that every other seller can find it. And unfortunately, that means there's a lot of price tankers out there. And so the price is going to start slip. Sometimes it goes fast. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer and you can sell your stuff. You just can't replan it. Oh, the joys of Amazon. But those are all possibilities. So just know, however widely available. This was clearly widely available because it tanked, and it tanked hard. But I did sell them. I did make a little bit of money on them. Not great, but some, like I said, I've got like 3 in here in the shop. So this is one that got returned, but I want to check it out like we just found it at Walmart and see if we would buy it. All right, so I've got it pulled up on the Amazon app. I scanned the UPC, which is kind of hard because I already covered it, so it took a while to find. But anyways, found it. So the first thing I noticed is that it's $99,000 in shoes, which is a very high rank in shoes and clothing. I don't go over $50,000, so I wouldn't buy this to begin with, but hopefully Nikki, it had a better one back in the day. So always the first thing I'm looking for is the rank. The rank in this is too high for me, but I want to use it to explain to you a little more. So $69 it's selling for. We'll click through and you see how it doesn't have the price at top like the last one did, and now it says $1. So now, luckily, I said it out loud, so I remember what the price was, but that's one of the annoying things about this new Amazon app. So anyways, we're going to scroll down. Let's pretend I could get it for $22.97. So we're going to enter that cost there. If you hit save, it should save it for you if you come back to it in your app. So that's one thing to just remember about the new Amazon app. Now, I don't have my shipping cost to Amazon because I swear I had it set, but apparently it's not here anymore. You can estimate 50 cents a pound. The more stuff you have in your shipment, the cheaper per item it's going to end up being. The less stuff you have, the more. So anytime you're sending your first shipments in, I always recommend just 30 items at least, just to make it worth it for the shipping, because the shipping is going to cost money to send it to Amazon. So you want to make sure you have enough profit and item and buffered in there for the shipping. So anyways, okay, that's that. So we see it makes money. Okay, awesome. But here's what's up with the rank. Clothing and shoe category specifically has a lot of variations. So if I were to look at this item on Amazon, which we're going to do in a second, I want to know how many variations exist on this one product page, because this rank goes for all variations on the product page. So now I'm going to hit list here. I'm not going to list it, but it is going to let me walk through to the Amazon app so that we can be able to see it on Amazon. So right here, view listing on Amazon. Yes, I want to leave the app. Now I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 listings, 4 variations on this page. Now, this is not like a solid, like this goes across the board, but for the sake of this video, let's say it's 100,000 rank and there's 4. So basically I'm looking at 400,000 rank in clothing, which is not gonna sell. It's not gonna sell in the time. It might sell over one a year or something. I don't know. I could list some FBM and just wait for them to sell. But if I'm going to send it into Amazon, I want stuff to sell within 3 months because I don't want stuff sitting at the warehouse costing me storage fees. Okay, so that's just like a easy way to be like, okay, it's got all these variations, so that rank is not really true for that. Now, if it was like an item that was the bestseller shoe, #1, and it had 50 variations on the page, well, 1 times 50 is what? 50. So that's still a really high rank in there. But here's how you can use Keepa, again, the paid version of Keepa, to look at variations and do a little more digging on something if you want to in store. So we're going to go back to Keepa. Now here on the Keepa graph for it, you can see the rank is always kind of high, and you can see the price like is right along with that. Okay, so but what we want is this variations tab here. Now here you see the size 9.5 in men to 10.5. You see that little trophy there, 33%? That means that that is the best selling variation. So if you want to know if the one you have in hand, which let me see, is not this one. But if you want to know the one you have in hand is the best variation, that maybe means it sells better. Now what Keepa is, this is really important to understand. All it's telling you with that trophy is that it has the most ratings and reviews for this variation. So what that means is Keepa is just one, think of it as like a scrubbing data mine. It's just scrubbing Amazon throughout the day, grabbing data points, grabbing the rank, grabbing the price, grabbing how many sellers, all that kind of stuff. It's just putting it all into one thing. It doesn't mean anything. You can't say this sells really well because you can infer that from the Keepa graphs, but that does not mean like this sells 33%, like this one is the best, the third of the time this one is selling. It's only using the data from the reviews and the product page like ratings to grab that information. So just something to know about Keepa. It's very helpful and you can use the data to infer things, but it is not ever saying this is selling. Amazon doesn't ever tell anyone outside this is how much of something sells, because that's just proprietary information they're not going to put out there. But you can infer it from the Keepa data. Okay, our next product is a Starbucks tumbler. It's an ASL, this is a return. It's got like stuff on it, but it's got the stickers. I don't think it was used. I'm probably going to clean it up and list it on eBay. But anyways, it's ASL, American Sign Language tumbler that I got from Target. So actually I think it's from like 2021. So this is a bolo if you see them at your Starbucks. Anytime you can get something that's older, like a year or two in the past, then suddenly that thing makes more money. So discontinued items, no matter what they are, so Starbucks cups, grocery items, beauty items, if they're discontinued, the price is going to go up because it's harder to find. It's not widely available anymore. So that's a freebie bolo for you if you happen to see them. My Target, for some reason, always has tons of like older style cups. So it's been amazing to source there. I love that Target. But anyways, just something to know and look for. Now, if I'm going to scan this right now and get the listing, it's got 55,000 in kitchen. That is an amazing rank. This item is gonna sell. So let's go ahead and see if it makes a profit. So it's selling for $48.99 right now. This one, the Amazon app has it there for me. And then I got these for $22.95. Also, hot tip, sometimes the Target app circle has like discounts on Starbucks stuff. So if you ever see that, like I got a bunch of cups last Q4 for 40% off, and that was amazing because Starbucks is just, you know, below. There you go. But anyways, so this would make $12.87. If I do $23 divided by 2 is, what's that, like $11.50? This would make my 50% ROI, so I'm happy with that. My 50% ROI is if I spend $20, I want to make at least $10 on the product, because I don't want to be spending, like if I spend $60 on those insoles, I was at least making $30. I don't want to spend $60 to make $5 profit, right? Because what if the price comes down and now I'm losing money? So that's why I have my 50% ROI rule. So this product checks out. Everything looks good. If I found this today, I 100% would be selling it. Now, I know that this is a lot of information where you have to like all these different apps and things to look for. You do get better the more you do it. Just like if you wanted to start playing basketball and you maybe don't know how to dribble, you're going to practice, and you're going to get good at it, right? So it's the same thing. So don't get frustrated if you're new and you're starting and you're getting like, oh my gosh, there's so many things, I made bad buys, blah, blah, blah. The more mistakes that you make, the more you're going to learn. So don't think of it as a mistake and a failure. It is a mistake and a learning experience. So just know that things get faster. Like I know that rank is good off the top of my head. I don't even have to think about it. I know my ranks across the board, what I'm willing to go for. There's actually, like, it took me a couple of years. I used to use Jungle Scout's free estimator all the time because if I didn't know, like, oh gosh, how high can I go in like lawn and garden, because that's not something I sell all the time. It's like once a year, so I would forget. So I would use rank guidelines like that to help me know what is a good rank to go for. So just know it gets easier. The more you do it, the more you're going to understand it. If you want to know what I'm selling right now and what other sellers are buying and selling in their own Amazon businesses, definitely check out joining the Bolo group. It's a monthly subscription. It's $89 a month. So you get into the group. We have live hangouts where we're chatting and we learning something all the time. You guys, I'm learning stuff through these chats all the time. So I know you will be learning stuff too. So if you want to join the group, it has a list of leads. It also has a community of sellers with the live hangouts and lots of chatting about all things Amazon. So you will be learning and growing your business. Check it out. It's yoursellingguide.com/bolo, and I would love to see you there. Our February hangout is February 15th, so mark your calendars, join the group, and I will chat with you directly right in there. All right, the next two items I want to show you are potential bundle listings. So that's another way to look for stuff. So I have these Zicam, these are now expired, but these Zicam short and cold. They're dye-free, sugar-free, cherry flavored. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head into my Amazon app and look up Zicam Rapid Melts. So on this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just type it in. And you can see there's the orange flavor. There's another orange flavor. Orange, orange, orange. Now we've got the cherry, but these are not the cherry I have because remember, mine are sugar-free, dye-free, and these are the regular. But you can see the 3-pack listing. You can see all these different bundle listings that come up. Now, if I were to just scan the listing, the UPC, you can see it comes up right here, and 18-pack of 1, $17. You can see that's a really good rank, 876 rank. That's amazing. If these weren't expired, which they expired last year, I would definitely be listing them. But I want to check the Keepa graph on them because that seems rather high for this product. So I'm going to go ahead and check, copy the ASIN from the features and details, head over to Keepa and look it up. You can use Keepa, you can enter the ASIN, or you could just scan the product. So you can see actually the product's been selling pretty consistently over the last, I'm on the 1 year, let's go to 3 months. Last 3 months been selling for $19. So here's another Bolo. I don't know if they don't make them anymore or what, but like I said, this is a returned expired, so I can't sell this one. But here on the profit calculator, I'm going to see that, let's say that I got them for $9.99. They would only be making $1, which I am not going to try and sell something, buy something for $10 and hopefully make $1 on it. Nope. So it doesn't make a profit, but let's look for a bundle listing. So we've got, you can see there's a bunch of different listings for it. You can pick, as long as the product matches, like this one, Rapid Melt Cherry, but that's not the one I have, so that product doesn't match, so I wouldn't list on it. As long as the actual product matches, so here's another one. This does match the product I have. You see right there, package 3. That means it's possibly a bundle. What I do when I see that, I head over to the features and details, package quantity 3 again. This might be the one I was selling on. Now let's hit list again, and I'm going to go and look at it on the Amazon.com page because I want to know what the customer thinks they're getting. Do they think they're getting 3 or they think they're getting 1? Nothing in the photos looks like 3. Nothing in the name looks like 3. But you see there how it has 2.9 out of 5-star reviews? That tells me something's up. It has 3 count there, so again, I don't do questionable things. If I scanned this and totally overlooked it and sent it in, I might sell it like that because I wouldn't know until something happened, right? A bad review or a return. But if I see it ahead of time, I'm not sending it in. So you can see people are unhappy because they were expired. Not a good thing. So this is a tricky one. That would be, because it says you get 30 items and it's 3 count, I would not list it because I see that. But those are things you want to look for, especially those are things I want to look for, especially when I see right here, package 23. Sometimes you'll see this a lot on Hot Wheels cars. It'll say 64. I think it's just the 1/64 scale. So on Hot Wheels, I know it's not a pack of 64. It's only the one car. But just something to note, whenever you see that package 23, it might be a hidden bundle. Like I say, like it's kind of hidden. You have to search to know for sure. Things to look for. Okay, the other thing with this listing is that it's 600,000 in health and beauty, which is way too high for me. For health and beauty, personally, I'll go up to 300. You can go pretty high in that category. I know if I go up to 300, it's not going to sell. Like, it might take 2 months to sell, but it will sell. Another way you might need to search, because sometimes the Amazon app does not have everything. Even it's really weird. I can't explain it, but if you know a product should be on Amazon, then I will sometimes go to Amazon directly and search it. So I'm going to search Zycam Rapid and see what other listings come up there. Already I can see there's lots of listings. We see the ones that I knew. So the only annoying part of this is that you'd have to, like, so you go here, I can see it's the product, this is the one we were just on, and then I scroll to get the ASIN, copy the ASIN, and now I can go back to my Amazon app. You also scroll, like I scroll to see the rank, right? So it's another way to search. I do it often in store. I search on Amazon like a customer to get different listings if I think there's got to be this listing on Amazon. Okay, so last product is this Aveeno lotion. So this is actually was a bolo from a year or two ago. I can't remember, but that's one of the perks of being in the bolo group is I didn't find it until a couple of months ago. I think I found it at Grocery Outlet. So people share leads. You might not necessarily find them, but I always keep them in the back of my mind. So anytime I see an Aveeno lead or an Aveeno like product, I know it's a good product. So I'll be scanning Aveeno at TJ Maxx, at Marshalls, wherever I happen to see it, I'm going to scan it because I know it was a lead at one point. So it's got to be, maybe it's a lead again. So this is the Lavender Calm and Relax. I don't even have a clue why they got returned. Probably Amazon thought they're expired, but there's no expiration date on it. But anyways, so we're going to scan. I'm probably going to resell it. So it's a 12-ounce bottle. Now, sometimes the packaging for things don't necessarily match. As long as everything, like even this says new look. So as long as everything matches, it's the same ounces, it's got the same ingredients, then I can list on it even though the listing has a different product packaging shown. So this is a good example of listings with bundles. So I found these bundles just by scanning the UPC, but I might need to scan the front of it too to see what other bundles come up. Bundles are a great way, existing bundles. You don't have to make your own, but you can if you want. Bundles are a great way to find other listings and potential profit, and you can't really do that with other scanning apps, which is why I still love and use the Amazon app as my main app. So right now we've got this 3-pack of Aveeno. Let's click into it. You can see the product, the packaging, it's just stress relief. It's got 12 ounces, calms and relaxes. Everything looks good to me. It's just the wrong packaging, so not a problem. I would list on it if I only have 2. I need 3 for this one. I see the rank in beauty is 39, but now I see the package quantity too. So that's what I was talking about. So on this one, the title says 3-pack, so I would absolutely be listing it as a 3-pack, even though that package quantity says 2. Someone may have changed the listing. One cool thing about Sellerboard, you know I love Sellerboard. So Sellerboard is an app and a software for your desktop that tells you the profit of things. They're a partner of mine on the podcast. I've been using them for years. But they have alerts section. So if you have Sellerboard, go to the alerts and sign up for all the alerts. And it will tell you if your product title changed, the product description changes, the product image changes, the product gets pulled down. It'll tell you if you have negative feedback. It tells you so much information. They do have 2 months free. So it's yoursellingguide.com/Sellerboard, and you can get for 2 months free to try it out for yourself. It's an affordable software even after those 2 months. So I highly recommend it. But yeah, okay, so the other thing that I would be looking at on this, so it's a pack of 3, and then you can see when I click into it, even though it says package quantity 2, it's saying it's 2.5 pounds. Sometimes you can use the pounds which actually might just be, no, that's probably 3 of them, 12 ounces. Anyways, you can use the pounds too to kind of help you like understand what the bundle really is if you're not certain. So it's got a grade rank. It's in beauty. I would definitely be buying this if you see it out there and it makes a profit. I don't know what they would be priced out there. But here's one. It's a 1-pack. Again, packaging is slightly different, so that's not a problem. $39,000 in beauty, 12 ounces, $14. Again, Amazon app is not saving it, but $14.99. Let's say I got it for $4.99. We'll put in the cost here. It would only make $2.99. So it's not something I would buy because it doesn't make my $5 profit if I found it. And that's even me pricing it up to $14.99, which prices don't tend to go up on Amazon. But for this lavender one, I think they don't sell it as much anyway. So if you happen to see lavender lotion Aveeno out there, definitely scan it. Now, last time, let's just scan the front of it just to see if anything else comes up. Now, this first one, I didn't even click in it. I should have just, because it doesn't have a rank. I can see right there it doesn't have a rank. So I'm not going to sell any if it doesn't have a rank. If it doesn't have a rank, it usually means it doesn't sell. Sometimes ranks have been dropping off. So if you think it should have a rank, you could head over to Keepa and see if it used to have a rank. If it used to have a rank within the last month, then something weird happened and it fell off, but it's still selling at whatever that rank was. Again, I know this is a lot of information. But you can see there's like an 18 ounce, 13 ounce. You want to make sure you've got the right one in hand. I don't have 18 ounce bottles, so I can't be selling those. I have a 12 ounce bottle. But you see how many other listings came up by just scanning the front of it? So that's another way that you absolutely want to search. So the main takeaways are to know if a product is worth selling. Does it have a rank? Does it make a profit? Has the rank and price been stable? How widely can you get it? If you can get it really widely, the price is kind of like, if you see the price has been like this, or the price is trending down on Keepa, that means it's going to continue to go down, unfortunately. So I wouldn't buy stuff if the trend is already showing price tanking. I would just pass on it entirely. Hopefully this video was helpful. I know it's kind of longer one. My videos are getting longer. So thank you guys for hanging out this long if you have already. Again, I would absolutely recommend joining the BOLO group. It's for no matter what level you're at. So if you've been out scanning, even if you haven't sent your first shipment in, you're welcome to join. As long as you understand scanning and you'll be able to share a BOLO, you are welcome to join. If you're an existing seller and you want to have scale your business or understand where people are sourcing or what we're finding, it's really helpful. Or if you have any questions about Amazon, it's just an awesome community of sellers where you're gonna learn a lot. So definitely check it out, and I hope to see you there. Until next time, happy sourcing.